Welcome to Peep This Out Reviews with Ian K.
Stay frosty.
What's going on, everyone? A pre-ho-ho-ho to each and every one of you guys. Welcome to the Friday night live stream. My name is Ian K, creator, producer, and host of Peep This Out Reviews. Any second now, we're going to see everyone jumping into the chat over here right now. So great to be on here with you. We're unveiling a brand new holiday setup, and I'm already digging what I'm seeing here already. Hopefully you guys are as well. If you guys are actually here in the chat before this actually catches up, give me a thumbs up. Let me know you guys can see me here right now. I want to make sure you guys can actually see and hear everything as good as possible. Great to be on here with you guys. Adriana's jumping in here. Octavio, great to see you as well. Drew is staying frosty indeed. Armando, great to see you in there. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is great to be on here as always. Excellent. So I can be seen, I can be heard, which is good. Awesome. It's going to be a fun Thanksgiving and Christmas. Absolutely. And I'm already in the holiday spirit. I've got my whole place decked out here. I've got icicle lights outside. I've got stuff behind me here, as you guys see. Give me a thumbs up if you guys like what you see. Or better yet, give me a Santa face here in the chat if you guys like what you're seeing here. Keep that Emojipedia open. You never know what I'm going to ask you here. So I wanted to make sure you guys have a little bit of cheer, a little bit of fun. And I definitely want to make sure that everything is as good as it can possibly be for you guys. We need as much holiday cheer as early as possible. Am I right? I mean, seriously. Let's see here in the chat. Kyle Broussard, what's tonight's live food review? You know what? It was really pretty much just going to be a hangout tonight, but I actually have something here that I've been meaning to try, that I've been sitting on for a minute. I'm like, you know what? With the setup here right now, this may be the best time to do this. So we will definitely do that. Baller, yes, pre-holiday. We are pretty much right before Thanksgiving, not too far. I'm glad you guys got the emojis. We got the Santa hats in there. We got everybody in effect. Great to see you on there. The light balance is better than the blue. Yes, it was a little over the top with my blue. I love my blue, don't get me wrong. So we may actually go back with a combination. I actually, when I got these lights, I had like a frosted white light in the middle. But it kind of drowned out the green and the red. But I'm like, you know what? I think you guys get the point. And plus, we've got my lights on that I've never taken off on the top over here for a year. So hopefully you guys like what you're seeing. We've got the background set up. Everything is ready to go. It looks like everything is working nicely. Should you guys actually interact on the channel any possible way, if you're subscribing, if you haven't already, and you want to test the ability to see your name down over there, you can do that. You'll have an animated graphic that pops up there as well. Also, if you guys do decide to donate to the channel as well, with a multitude of ways down below in the description, you will be notified here as well as there, down below. So great to be on here with you guys. Thank you so much for joining me here. We usually do this on Friday nights, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, more often than not. And it's really literally just a hangout, you know, for you guys. And I really love connecting with you. It's really important to have that emotional connection here live, visibly with you. Like I said, it's always getting harder and harder to answer all the comments that I keep getting on a lot of my reviews that I do. So I always figure, you know what? Doing the live stream every week is a really good way to connect with you guys, and also just to give back as well, because I love interacting with the community. You guys are definitely amazing. I think we have one of the best communities. I think every creator is going to say they have the best community on their channels, and that very well may be, but for speaking for myself, I think I've got the best people here in my community personally, and you can see a whole bunch of them right over here. So I appreciate you guys being on here right now. This should be a lot of fun. Let's see here. Some of the comments. I'm going to try and get caught up with what we've got here. Pablo likes Disneyland. Me too. I would love to get back to it. I got to be honest with you. I am really missing Disney. It is no joke. I mean, I haven't been charged for my monthly pass because there's nothing to use it on. So it is what it is. Have you seen how is 2020 almost over so quick, even though almost nothing has been happening all year? You know what? A lot's been happening, and it is. I'm just glad we're actually at that point where we're pretty much on the final pipe to get out of this year here right now. Adriana, did you review Jack in the Box's 2 tacos? Yes. Take a look at actually my playlist. Before you guys ask those questions, you may find the answers before you even ask them. Just do a search in YouTube and just put in Peep This Out and put in whatever it is that you think I may have reviewed. And chances are 9 times out of 10, it may have already popped up already there. I've got well over 1,000 plus high quality reviews for you guys here on the channel. So chances are you're going to find something. And of course, everything is in playlists and all that fun stuff there as well. So good times indeed here. So let's see here. We have got a lot of awesome people here in effect here right now. Looks like we've got 47 people currently in effect with the magic snowflake right over here, guys. That's actually my little graphic for the for the holiday season. I may switch these out. I think I did the ghost for Halloween for that whole month. But if I decide to do something else, you'll see it up over there for sure. Let's see here. Thank you so much for jumping on. We've got Annette Cervantes. It's been a while since I've been here. Missed everyone. Peep this out. Thank you so much for jumping on, Annette. I'm seeing your comments on the videos as well, too. But thank you. I appreciate you for being on here right now. You are definitely an amazing individual, as all of you guys are. Like I said, you guys have choices for Friday nights for live streaming or just content in general. I appreciate you guys swinging on by my channel here for about an hour. We're just chilling here tonight, and we'll get into a little quickie review in just a second here. Yes, Armando, Alex Trebek, I know. It's been a tumultuous couple of weeks, guys, obviously coming off of the election and everything going on with that. It's just been one thing after another, it seems like here. I'm just glad that it's over with, to be honest with you, and let's just see whatever's going to happen after everything else is handled. So we'll have to see what happens there. But for now, the main goal is to really focus on whatever you can do to make yourself as happy as possible as we're getting closer and closer to the holidays. Very, very important to do that for sure. We got a lot of really, really awesome people here, guys. I got to tell you there, it is really, really awesome. I appreciate you jumping on here right now. Let's see who we've got here. We've got Drew doing the do over here as well. Thanks so much for jumping on, Drew. You are awesome. I appreciate you. And let's see here. Freddie Foodie King himself, the Nug Stealer himself, is in effect. Thanks so much for jumping on. Good times, good times. I appreciate you being here. Freddie, it's been an eventful week, as you know, for food reviews and just all kinds of stuff in general. I got to tell you, it's really just something else. It really is. Let's see here. Going down the line, we've got a lot of people here in effect here right now. And 45 plus of you in effect here, I got to say. Ed Keaton in the house. Thanks so much for jumping on. Ed, today is the anniversary of my dad's passing. Oh my God, Ed, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. I can understand completely. Hopefully this can, maybe distract you just a little bit, if anything there. But thank you for jumping on. I appreciate you, and my heart goes out to you as always. And naturally, my dad's birthday is coming up on the 17th of this month, and I'm always kind of melancholy-ish. Actually, I am melancholy as I lead into November. It's never fun. So I can appreciate you. Virtual hugs to all of you guys right now who may be going through some things. Believe me, I understand completely there. Have you seen it, right? I mean, with so much stuff being cut off by this year, having to spend most of it at home, why is it this year feels so quick despite all of that? I think we're so used to it, have you seen it? I think that's the main reason. We are pretty much used to what's happening there. So I think that's part of the reason for it, to be honest. So that's just my my personal view of what's happening there. It's because we're just so used to the environment that we're in right now, and it's just not a good situation. So it is what it is. Let's see here. But yes, it's been, like I said, an eventful year, and it's all important to just maintain as good as momentum in terms of the positivity as you possibly can. That's the whole point of this here. And I know 2020 can't be over sooner, according to Food and Conversation with E-Rock. I appreciate that because I agree with you completely. But speaking of that awesome name right there, Food and Conversation with E-Rock, that's very cool. 2020 definitely can't be over soon enough. Fortunately, there's been a lot of fun stuff that has come out food-wise, at least for the community. This past week, you guys may have seen, I put out the Pizza Hut Beyond Meat. I know there's a lot of vocal people out there regarding the fact of why is this so expensive, and I agree with you. Beyond Meat tends to be a little bit on the pricier side, considering it's not real meat per se, and of course you're paying for the protein and for what it is, but at the same time it's really great to see a national chain pair up with them and kind of put out a really quality product, and I got to admit I really enjoyed checking that out. Take a look at that there. I was able to split that down the middle, so you've got the regular Great Beyond version, you have the regular version after that, or the standard version of the sausage there, but really pretty tasty. Guys, crispy crunchy chicken, and I talk about this every so often. Actually, it's been a while since I have, but the times that I've mentioned it in the reviews that I've done, if you do a search for Yelp, you need to do a search for crispy crunchy chicken on there, because chances are you probably have a convenience store, gas station that has them. They offer them. Literally, they have more technically storefronts, because it's kind of like a pop-up within a main place that can give you that chicken eating experience that you need to experience. And if you haven't seen my review of their crispy chicken sandwich, you need to be checking that out, because it was pretty ridiculous. So that actually was pretty fun to put together. Dunkin' sourdough breakfast sandwich. We've got the chicken chalupa melt from Taco Bell. Before that, the tater scoops from Wiener Schnitzel, and today the black bean toasted cheddar chalupa, which was a blast to check out as well. There's a lot of content for you guys to take in there, and of course the wicked shrimp from Popeyes in there too. There, so guys, lots of fun stuff there, and again, really awesome stuff for you guys to digest and hopefully ingest if you decide to go and give it a shot. Let's see here. E. Ricard, boo on that pizza. Yes, I know, E. It's expensive, and you'd much rather get just a veggie thing, but I think it's just to kind of simulate the mouthfeel and the overall flavor and the fact that it's still a plant-based product, so it doesn't involve pigs, it doesn't involve anything, animal for that there, but it's priced accordingly. And unfortunately for me, $18.99 is a starting price point. I did the stuffed crust version of that, as you know, and it added $3 to that. Here in California, we have a quote-unquote service charge just for the sake of doing business in the state, which is ridiculous. So it was almost $2 for that. It's a frivolous add-on. And then you have tax. So that pizza was actually $27 roughly, which is insane. Too expensive. And definitely tasty, but expensive. So had a blast checking it out. I was excited to do it naturally, but yeah, no bueno. No bueno on that. Let's see. So Annette, Ed Keaton, I'm all right. Good. Mental health has been crappy this week, but trying my best. Miss you too. Yes, I understand. I know I have my highs and lows like everybody else too, so I can appreciate you guys have feeling the way that you do. Cena, have you met Joey's World Tour KBD Productions in person? Yes, I've met Ken actually when he did the West Coast Food Tour, and obviously during CraveCon. There's a bunch of videos that we've done together in the past as well. Joey I've never met, even though he's not that far off, a little bit further up the state. If I were to ever meet him, probably going into like the Santa Barbara area when the time is right for all that would be kind of cool. But I've never met Joey in person, but I've spoken with him. It's been a while, but he's a good guy. Definitely a good guy. Let's see here. Going down the line. Food Taster TV. Greetings. Thanks so much for jumping on. I appreciate you. Thanks so much. I really, I'm thankful that you guys are here right now. We got 51 awesome people in the house as an impromptu here. And again, like I said, this is a pre-holiday setup. This is wasn't really meant to do like a full-on review, so this is not going to be something that you're going to see available after the fact, but you will see going forward. This will probably be the setup going with a couple of little graphical changes here and there. I kind of wanted to make sure everything was good before we do that, and then we'll have to see. Let's see, Drew. Where do you think they are charging? What do you think they are charging for that much in Japan? You know what? It's probably going to be a lot more over there. And I think actually I saw a comment from Paul that it would probably be closer to the $35 range there. So I have no doubt it probably is. The Trips in the house as well. Thanks so much for jumping on. Another awesome food review channel, just vlog channel, all kinds of fun stuff on the channel they've got going on there. Great group of people up there. Take a look at the Trips if you guys haven't. Solid peeps for sure. Cena, I've never met the Hodge twins before, but they have actually been performing in comedy clubs along with comedian Chris Clark, who is absolutely hilarious, known as C Snacks on YouTube naturally there. It's comedian Chris Clark on Instagram. If you guys want to look him up, he's really awesome. Armando Baron Gaming, when did the endorsement come to Southern California? Earlier this year, late January, February timeframe. Armando, that was earlier this year. Let's see, random question. Let's see here. Do I have a favorite musical artist? You know what? Nothing that really jumps out. I like a lot of different ones. There's really not. I'm not kind of like my allegiance to one particular one. But I always find myself coming back to like 80s rock for some reason. I don't know. Whenever I'm doing some editing and I'm doing thumbnail design and I'm doing things artistically where I'm not like editing my content so I can concentrate on it, I usually have some 80s rock rocking out over there. Octavio, shout out to my wife Madison Rush. We're peeping this out. Madison, thanks so much for jumping on with Octavio Dowling. Great to see you guys on here right now. I appreciate you. A very happy pre-holiday to you guys as we're gearing up for the holidays. Let's see here. Going down the line. Octavio Dowling, thoughts on food dip? I've seen him a few times in the past, not lately, but I don't really have an opinion one way or another. But I can appreciate the fact that it's a contribution to the community, but not too much. I think he's back east, if I'm not mistaken. But it's been so long since I've seen any content from him. I think he was known as Food Use. Food Use. I think it's Food Use back in the day. But still awesome. Like I said, another someone contributing to the community is always a good thing, which is really awesome there. So everyone's got their own voice. That's the beautiful thing about the platform. Let's see. Cartoon News. I like your videos. Are there any other restaurants you plan to tackle? I don't know if you are from LA or OC, but there are a lot of them. Yes, I know there's a lot out there, but I am afraid to go do anything outside of what I've normally been doing because I really can't, to be honest. So with everything going on right now, it's really not the environment for a lot of that there. I know there's a lot of people that are kind of pushing that envelope a little bit, but I am not one of those people just yet. But I'm here in Pasadena, southern San Gabriel Valley, so naturally there's pretty much everything in 40 minutes in either direction. So I look forward to getting back to somewhat normalcy and kind of doing some of those things as the time goes, as we go there. Let's see here. Annette, are you planning to spend Thanksgiving and Christmas this year? You know what? Everything is pretty much going to be remote, unfortunately. I can't see my mom because of where she is, and the family is pretty much kind of like hunkered down, and we're just trying to get through this period and do what we can to literally get past this time, to be honest there, which is really, here in California, you guys may have heard we crossed the 1 million cases of it, and it's important to make sure that people have to be doing the right things here, and obviously a lot of people aren't. So we'll have to see what happens with that. But this year, like I've said, all the way around through Halloween, it's kind of like the throwaway year. I mean, any birthdays celebrated this year, I mean, for those who are able to do it, congratulations. But I kind of look at this as really looking forward to next year to really kind of catch up when things hopefully get taken care of. So we'll have to see. Let's see here. Sosa, how does a moderator get his message delayed? Well, see, all the moderators here on the channel, they're amazingly vetted people, and I know them, and those don't have to worry about that. But then again, I can always step in if I have to, right? That's too funny. That is too funny. Let's see here. What food review are we going to have today? Well, you know what? It's going to be a quickie, but we'll get started in just a second on that here since we've got some time. Not to worry, not to worry. Like I said, I've been sitting on this for a minute there, and I guess considering the theme, this should actually be kind of fun. We'll have to see. Armando, what have you been doing in quarantine? Pretty much like most of you guys, trying to stay entertained, staying busy aside from making my content. I've always got things in the can, always got things coming. It's just a constant process. When you're a dedicated content creator on a platform like YouTube, you really, you always have that machine moving in a lot of different directions, whether I'm pulled in a lot of directions, because that happens as well, getting contacted for things coming out, things coming soon. Or actually things that I'm following up on and things that I find them myself, things that just sporadically show up. There's always something to do. So when I'm not doing, this, I'm watching shows late on my tablet, I'm in bed, I'm just kind of doing whatever I can to relax and keep busy. And little side gigs and little things that I do on the side. So you know how it is. Let's see here. Food taster, just had dinner and chocolate. That's a nice combination. Some dessert. Let's see. Annette, yes, San Diego County is going back to purple tier tomorrow at midnight. Yeah, it's no joke right now. I got to tell you, it is no joke. It really isn't. And lockdowns are coming back. Yes, a lot of people are concerned about what's happening here right now. I know. Adriana, so you did a review of Coke Zero from Jack in the Box. No, I have not done Jack in the Box Coke Zero, but I have done Coke Zero versus the new formula and the old formula, if you look that one up. That was actually pretty good. I got to admit there, which works out pretty nicely. I think you'll like, that was an on-location shoot, I think by there's a haunted bridge. I don't want to say what it's really called here on East Pasadena, where I did that down below there, so it should be something to check out there for sure. Ed, Super Chat donation coming in there as well. Ed, thank you so much, man. You're going to be jumping in here in just a second down below, if not over here. You guys will be able to see the graphic in action. Ed, I always appreciate your contributions to the channel, man. Thank you. I'm very humbled by it always. You guys all know it goes right back into making the content for you guys, and I appreciate that greatly. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I appreciate all that you guys do for me here on the channel. I wouldn't be able to do what I do, and I always say this, without the audience to watch the content. I love to create. I love to do what I need to do. There you go, Ed Stay Frosty right over there and down below. But I got to say, guys, it's just a passion project for me every single time I put something out. And also, just to kind of throw this out there, just because it just kind of jumped in my head right now, with the recent review that I put out today on the black bean toasted cheddar chalupa, the portion where it comes up, where the subscribe animation comes up on the side right before I bite into it, and I noticed this in the footage, and I probably should have moved this over because it would have been cool for you guys to see. We have a neighborhood cat. And Drew would appreciate this, actually. Just got to keep him away from Drew, because he's known to kind of like do this here, snip, snip, snip. He knows what I'm talking about. But we've got a neighborhood cat who's just like the sweetest thing, and it's like a white cat with like gray spots, And during the filming of that review a few days ago, it actually walked in camera, in view, and I didn't realize that until I watched the footage back. But if you watch the sequence right before I take the bite of the toasted cheddar chalupa with black bean, before the animation pops up, watch right there, and then you'll start to see something kind of walk into view. And if you watch closely when my head goes forward, it's sitting behind me in the back window, which is crazy when I watch this back. I was like, wow, that's crazy there. I got to share that, because my mom was looking forward to when I told her about this. She's like, oh, I can't wait to watch it. So I kind of blocked him a little bit, but I think you guys will appreciate to see it there. But like I said, a labor of love to create what I do, and again, I appreciate all those contributions. So Ed, thank you. Homie hugs to you always. You already know. Let's see here. Madison, you should make a subreddit. Peep This Out subreddit? Maybe we should. Cartoon News. Panda Express does an innovation kitchen in the Pasadena. Yes, I've done a few reviews there in the past, including the orange chicken burrito. There is a pork belly bowl, I think, that I did a while back. Take a look at the Panda Express content that I have on my channel. You'll see a lot of good stuff in there. Sean Murray, do you design all your graphic content? Well, my main design, I worked with somebody to create years ago. My little animated Ike. Little Ike is the character's name. It's supposed to be me in cartoon form. But that's what we kind of settled on, is more of a stylized look for something I had. But everything else that you see there, I've made on my own. The actual logo and everything like that too. Let's see here. Going down the line. Let's see here. Good evening to Zach and Dad. Thanks so much for jumping on. I know I'm jumping around the chat here. I'm trying to stay as current as I can, because what you guys see is a little different than what I see. I know I have it running here, but it moves a little bit differently on my side. So I'm trying to get to you guys as much as I can. If I see any questions that jump out, let me see if I can try and address anyone here. Let's see here. Are you getting the new Xbox or PS5? You know, Vanilla Ice Jr., you know what? This is funny. I actually had the PS5 in cart at Walmart, when they were actually on yesterday. And I could have easily popped it, because I was in the queue and I was ready to go for checkout. I was ready to put in my payment information. But I decided against it, because honestly, I think this time around, and I've said this before, I really want to wait for the Pro models to come out there. And obviously there's a few issues already with the Xbox I'm seeing there with certain, the Blu-ray drives are screwing up slightly and a few things. I'm going to wait for the Pro versions before I decide to take the plunge, because considering how infrequent I've been playing my gaming lately, because I'm so focused on the channel and making content for you guys, the few times that I do actually play, my stuff, what I have is more than adequate for right now. So I'm going to actually hold back and wait for the Pro models. I'm going to let them slim down just a little bit. That PS5 is too much for me right now, size-wise. And although I like the Xbox Series X, it looks cool, I still kind of want to wait for it to kind of be a little bit more palatable, if I could say it that way. So considering everything that I have in my systems, with all my gaming systems now, I can see dropping $1,000 on between two consoles. Again, like I did back in 2013, if you guys take a look, I've done the unboxing for the PS4, the original, and Xbox One, the original, when they came out like a week apart. And I made videos for those back then. But yes, no bueno on that. I'm going to hold off for just a little bit. I'm kind of past that itchy phase where I was like, I could have done it. Same thing with the Xbox a month or so ago. I could have done it then too, but no. Let's see. Summit, what did you do before YouTube? Oh, wow. I was in wireless for about 17 years prior to that, managing people, working in the sales team, sales divisions naturally there, doing some liaison stuff for projects or TV shows as well, some stuff for the movies. A few different things, actually, which was kind of fun there. That was actually some of the best times, I think, especially early on during those times. It was a lot of fun to do. And then since that time, I've done a few little voiceover things and little side gigs on top of, naturally this, which is kind of like the hobby, which is, it's fun. But naturally, it's become really what it's become. And that's all because of you guys. And I'm like uber thankful and uber grateful for the opportunity for it, just kind of being a voice in that community that a lot of you guys look to. And I'm very humbled by that, believe me. The direct messages that I get, I love all of the stuff that you guys are sending that I try and answer as quick as I can. It keeps getting more and more serious to try and get back, as always I keep saying, only because it's true. I mean, it's being a one-man show is difficult. Maybe one day when I get like a team or some people to kind of help me, that would be something to do there. Ben, what do you think about what's the best fast food about rib? Okay, what do you think, who has the best fast food? I want to say ribs. If it's fast food ribs, I got to be honest, you know what's really good? Boston Market, believe it or not. That may be something worth checking out at some point here. But Boston Market has some pretty awesome ribs. If you're thinking like fast food ribs, you know, like that. That's the closest thing I can think of offhand. Drew is 6 months sober from cat cutting. Keep it up. Keep it up, Drew. Let's see. Haven't had a chance. This is from Hune DPCL7. Haven't had a chance to try the Monster Angus Thick Burger from Carl's yet. Thinking about trying one tonight. Yes, I have tried it. I did give it a rating. It is reviewed in the channel, and I did put it out again in my community tab here in the channel. So take a look at that. That literally was like maybe like 3 months ago. I think they got rid of the double, and I think it's just a 2/3. They're doing some type of variation of the meat, but I remember doing the 2/3 pound patties. So you'll see the larger version there. But definitely take a look at that, you know, for sure. Let's see here. My chat is jumping around. Zach and Dad, oh, it's your birthday. Yes, E. Ricard and Drew. We're going to be doing a little singing here in just a bit here. Not to worry. Claw, work at McDonald's. The McRib is coming back on the 2nd. Yes, that's everybody is looking forward to that. I know, I'm excited. I've done the McRib a few times in the past. I've done the double, which is one of my favorite videos. Take a look at that video in the McDonald's playlist there, the double McRib. You guys haven't lived until you've doubled up on the patty. It is a beautiful situation. My awesome brother-in-law told me about that, and I have not looked back since. Now that whenever I get one of those, at least one time during the season, and this is nationwide now, all of you guys around the country are going to be able to get it if you haven't before, you can actually do the double, and naturally, once you do that, you won't go back. So at least one time during the season that it's available, I will be doing that. It's gluttonous, but it's delicious. So I'm excited. I'm excited. Let's see here. Candace Cherry's in the house. Thanks so much for jumping on. Is Transformers film Bumblebee good? I thought it wasn't bad. I gotta be honest, it wasn't bad. E. Ricard, you should have stocked up on those PS5s and flipped them. Yeah, there's a lot of that going on right now. I know. I've seen them in upwards of $2,000, which is crazy for that. But yeah, I don't know if I could do something like that, to be honest. I get it, though. I mean, I get it. I mean, it's a capitalist society we live in, and if people are going to pay the price for it, go for it. It is what it is, that's for sure. All right, trying to see who else is in the chat here. We'll get into this little quickie review in about 4 minutes, we'll say. I'll be watching the clock here right now. Octavio, if you need a theme song, I can compose you one. I've done ads for Nike and NFL. Nice, 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 nice. I'm always kind of contemplating doing something different with my intro at some point. I like to mix that up every so often, but right now I've got that whole cosmic theme in there too, so we'll have to see, but I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Okay, Hune DPCL7, I saw the vid. Nice, 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 nice. I'm on a frosty mountain from DCM Entertainment. Stay frosty. Be careful out there, please. Please be careful out there. It's so awesome to have you guys on here right now. We got the Dayton live show in effect. Can't stay long, wanted to stop in to say hello. Keep killing me, and I appreciate you, Dayton Live, doing his thing with the review crew. Lots of fun stuff on the channels over there. Jump on over to the Dayton Live show. You guys will find some stuff on the channel section of my page here on my channel. You'll find some direct links over to them, well, at least to the main review crew, so you can kind of see who they are. But take a look at that there. It's just a really fun group of peeps that are doing the do here in the community. We got Trav Tries in effect as well. Trav, another member of the review crew as well. Thanks so much for jumping on. Trav, great to see you on here. Shout outs to you. Shout outs, shout outs, shout outs. Yo, yo, yo. Let's see. Zach and Dad is really looking forward to the McRib coming out again. Yeah, I'm excited for it. I am really, really excited for it. And let's see. Going down the line. Let's see. Man, I'm losing. My chat is jumping here. Guys, if you guys asked any questions like in the last few minutes or anything that you need me to go answer, or I'm going to try to, do a cut and paste if you can, because my thing is just tripping here. Let me see here. Let me get caught. I'm just going to shoot to the very bottom over here because this is crazy right now. Just know I love you guys. You already know what it is. It's so hard to acknowledge every single one of you guys here in the chat. We got almost 60 people here right now rocking it out, and I appreciate you guys doing the do with me here. Dayton, thanks for the review crew love. No problem, man. No problem, always. You already know what it is. Adriana, did you reveal the jumbo breakfast platter? Did I review that one? You know, I did the French toast sticks, but I've done the jumbo breakfast platters in the past, Adriana, for sure. Take a look at that Jack in the Box playlist. There was a French toast variant way back in the day that I did. But for me, I was very curious about the French toast sticks because I'd never tried those actually from Jack in the Box. And that actually wasn't bad. That was a nighttime review, I believe. I think it was about a month ago when they launched those, or earlier in the month. Let's see here. Episode 50. My thing just jumped again. Hang on, that was from Dayton. Let me get caught up real quick here. Oh man, I lost it. I don't know what is going on with this tonight here, man. This is really not cool, but I am trying my best to keep up here. I think Dayton said something about episode 50. Now I'm on a mission to find this here. Uno momento. Okay, there's the... okay, there it is. Kyle Broussard, actually, in episode 50, Dayton live show, Dayton will be getting drunk. Oh, man. Be careful with that. It's a family show. It's a family show. All right, let's see here. Going down the line. All right. My thing is tripping right now. I'm going to have to try and come back to this in just a second here. But you guys can see everything that's posting up. I'm going to try and go back and forth to see if I can acknowledge that. Maybe a little bit slower there. But... let's just get into this little quickie review. Yes, E. I think tonight actually does have some Friday the 13th vibes, which, guys, today, Friday the 13th, which is crazy, actually. Really kind of a freaky thing. There's actually a really, really crazy history with that if you look that up on Wikipedia or just online about where that actually comes from and why it's kind of a superstitious day. But at the same time, it could be just that, superstition. I mean, I don't know about you guys. Whenever I get into any type of building, I don't think I've ever seen a floor 13 at all. So maybe there's something to do with that. I don't know. It is what it is. Jackie Hero. There. All right, I'm getting kind of caught up over here. Jackie, thanks so much for jumping on. Another amazing food reviewer up in the Canadian area. Similar to the Trips, if not exactly the same, right over there. You guys are close by. Jackie Hero Food Reviews doing the do as well. Great to see everybody on here. We've got some amazing people in the community here in the chat right now. And guys, like I said, this is a pre-holiday stream. This is just kind of meant to make sure everything was looking good going forward. We have everything set up, you know, and everything is working here. So I may make some little minor changes, but I'm really liking the way things are right now. So I am glad that everything is connected here for the holidays. Adriana, did you review the Travis Scott meal? Yes, I did them both. J Balvin as well. Take a look at that. Freddie, don't fall asleep tonight. Freddie will haunt your dreams. Not tonight. It's Friday the 13th. He is definitely incognito. It's all about Jason tonight. You already know what it is. All right, guys, let's get into this little quickie review real fast. You guys ready for this review? If you're ready for the review, let me see a butcher knife because it's Friday the 13th, because there's no hockey mask emoji that I've seen on Emojipedia. Give me a butcher knife right over here in the chat. Let me see that you guys are ready for this. Zach likes that I have the Christmas lights. I'm ready to go. Yes, ready to go. If only I can show you guys the outside of my place here. I have all icicle lights and all that stuff in there too. Nehemiah jumps out. Awesome. We got the butcher knives in effect here right now. Very nice. All right, guys, you already know sometimes I like to do some of the bigger items on these live streams there. Tonight is not one of those nights because like I said, this was going to be just a hangout. And just so you guys know, in case I get the question, Drew, this is for you. Tonight is an in and out night because once I'm done with this, I am starving right now. I've been kind of literally just going through a lot of my nutrition has been kind of up and down these last 3 days, and I really want something really good and hearty for dinner. And in and out just sounds amazing right now. So that's what I'm going to be doing right after. But I wanted to do something kind of like I said, that I've been sitting on for a minute now. And being that we're so close to the holidays, specifically Thanksgiving, I wanted to do something that was kind of somewhat related to that at the same time. Critical East Japan is in the house as well. Critical Paul, thanks so much for jumping on. I appreciate the butcher knife. You already know what it is. I really want to try that ugly chicken sandwich you guys have at BK over there. Let me tell you. Guys, just so you know, Paul is over at Critical East Japan. Really is in Japan, and he's got some amazing content. All the mods literally on my channel have some form of channel to some degree. And they're all amazing individuals. Like the community aspect of what they do is just awesome here. So jump on over to Critical East Japan. He definitely puts it down. And like I said, if you really want to see some really unique content, things that are really out of the way, literally on the other side of the planet, and see how they offer what they do fast food wise, and along with a lot of other fun stuff, you know, vending machine, fast casual, drinks, candies, treats, all kinds of fun stuff. You know, Paul is definitely rocking it on Critical East Japan, for sure. So definitely jump on over there. Cartoon, last question here. Are you going to review the Beyond Sausage Pizza? Oh, I'm hurt by that. I already reviewed that earlier in the week, but take a look. Actually, I think it was Wednesday or Thursday when that came out. That was filmed early in the week, but that came out day before yesterday, I believe. I'm like all over the place right now. But take a look at that one there. It is definitely on the channel. And let's see. Michael Domeyer found the gingerbread Oreos at Kroger the other day. Yes, actually, they have those over here along with the maple cream. I've seen them in the stores, and I almost considered that tonight. But maybe as we get a little further into December, we'll probably do that for sure. So with that, being that we're so close to Thanksgiving here right now, I thought I would do something that I've been sitting on for a while. And even though it's not quite, you know, Thanksgiving-esque, considering the subject matter that it is, it kind of is. So let's just take a look at the rotisserie chicken Pringles that I've been sitting on as I'm trying to focus this here. There you go. Not too close, not too far. But very curious when I saw this, actually. And I picked this up a while back. And believe me, before I actually decided to do this right now, I checked the very bottom to make sure that it was still good. And as you guys can see, it's probably going to be backwards or upside down. Let me swing this around. These things are good until May 20th. Let me pull back there. May 20th, 2021. So these things don't have any preservatives in them, do they? I mean, to kind of get you to that point there. So we'll have to see. Klongo says I should grow my beard back out. You know, with the holidays and considering this time of the year and how cold it's beginning to get, and considering what we've gone through here, literally in the pit of hell here in Southern California and California in general with fires, I may have to consider that at some point. But right now, I kind of like the clean shaven look still. But guys, rotisserie chicken Pringles, artificially and naturally flavored. Actually, this just says, oh, that's in Spanish actually. It's artificially flavored con sabor artificial. Hopefully I didn't just butcher that. If I butchered that, give me a thumbs down here in the chat, because I think I butchered the heck out of that. But yeah, this is actually, wow, I just noticed this is a bilingual can. That's crazy. I don't think I've ever purchased a can of Pringles that's bilingual. That's awesome. Look at that. Gives you the whole thing right over there, and I'm trying to keep this focused here, but it's not really working. Oh, there we go. You can kind of see it. All right, let's give this a go, guys. Enough playing around here. Not artificially flavored, according to E. Ricard. We'll have to see. DCM Entertainment. Left my chicken-flavored Pringles in my pantry for 6 months. Totally forgot about them. Well, there you go. Hopefully this will convince you to crack these open here. I'm going to let you guys see them first. Nehemiah says I butchered that right over there. We'll have to see. Isabella, you look great. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. All right, take a look. You guys are going to get the first look. I'm going to try not to get this fall. And again, very nondescript chip on the inside. Let's see here. Drew says these taste like chicken. We're going to find out. Let me go for that quick aroma test. Hang on. It smells like rotisserie chicken. It's got that vibe. It's definitely got that vibe. And there's literally no dusting. These are always so nondescript. Whenever I do Pringles, I know that the contrasty of my box light that I have in front of me here is kind of blowing it out. But they smell definitely like this. They really do here. Let's give this a shot, guys. We're going to peep this out right now. Pringles, rotisserie chicken. Yeah, let's just see if this flavor is on point with the aroma. Here we go. Well, Drew, you're right. They're salty. But I'm getting a chicken broth vibe with a little bit of a fried back end actually coming from that. Like it's crispier. Like a crispy fried type of back end. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Very much like chicken noodle soup a little bit. But the salt level is elevated, Drew. You're right. On this here. But like I said, that fried back end, it's kind of hard to kind of describe that any more than that, because as you eat Pringles, naturally your mouth begins to water, and that's what adds to the overall, it activates everything else here. That's the trick with these all the time. But it has a little bit of something extra. Not that it's like greasy, but it's almost like the Like if you've ever gotten, have you guys ever had, do me a quick favor. Give me a chicken leg here in the chat if you've ever had the rotisserie chicken from Costco. Give me a chicken leg right over here in the chat. If you've had the rotisserie chicken from Costco, the one that's always like $4.99, it's a great deal, by the way. This has the same type of flavor. And I know there's probably like a little bit of MSG in that at the same time, but it's very similar. Not exactly, but it's giving me a little bit of that vibe that it's chicken soup to some degree, but you have a little bit of a fried back end where it has like a little bit of a residual taste. That really kind of reminds me of Costco for some reason right now. Yes, Ernest, we got all the chicken legs coming out here right now. It's salty though. It is very salty. So it's going to lose some points for that because the salt is elevated. Once you get past that, I think the salt is there to make your mouth water more. I think I see what they're doing with this here. Elevated salt, naturally your mouth begins to water. It activates the other flavors on the inside of this here. So I got to admit, I'm probably looking at this maybe a little too closely, but the elevated salt seems to be activating a little bit more of that flavor. And that's kind of what I'm going with here because that's really what's happening. So it's very similar to Costco's chicken in terms of just that feel, the skin, the way that it is, that flavor. It's rich naturally, but it's got like a little bit of a fried back end for some reason, which I like. It's more like chicken soup the way they do this here. So this is not, rocket science how they make these, but the flavor is pretty much on point, with what you're seeing there. So I'm really digging that, guys. So overall, salt's going to knock it back a couple of points because it's elevated, but I see the reason it's there is to activate all the other flavors. So my guess, for me personally, if I had to rate this, and I'm going to for you right now, on that scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to have to give this rotisserie chicken Pringles, I'm going to do like a 7.8 on this here. So, it would have been well into the 8.5 range, maybe a few points higher, if the salt was dialed back just a little bit, and maybe if the flavor was a little bit more natural tasting without that initial boom. Once you get into it, it's salt, and then, you get the flavor there. But like I said, the main reason I think they do that is because it's activating the other flavors by having your mouth water that way. And as you're eating more and more of these, you get more of that flavor buildup. So it actually feels like the flavor that it should be. You really can't get the real gist of this by just taking 1 or 2 of these. You got to eat a few of them to kind of really see what's happening. And I like them. They're good. So, $1.50 or so when I got these, and I think they're pretty good. So pretty awesome. Pringles rotisserie chicken. Glad to finally do that. It just kind of scares me how long that I've kind of had these, and it's good until May of next year. So it is what it is. All right. Let's see here. The chat is active. You guys are all over the place here right now. And those are really good. That's actually making me feel like I got to get to dinner soon. That's what it's really making me do. All right. Pablo, what happened last week? Pablo, sometimes on Fridays are a little bit of a mixed bag for me. But at the same time, it's always about trying to make sure that I give you guys the quality content. I didn't want to stream later that night because I got home a couple of hours later. Maybe some once in the blue moon, I may actually do that at the same time. But I try to get back as soon as I can on Fridays. And sometimes at least once a month, it seems to be with my schedule and the things I have going on. It kind of, does what it does. And the last thing that I want to do is maybe like the next day do a stream. I've done that stuff before. But I know a lot of my other community peeps that put out content, I don't want to do anything while they're doing their thing as well. I kind of, always want to respect the community for what they've got going on there. So I've never been about that, to be honest. So that's one of the reasons I didn't come on this past Friday for that too. Joel, JK, J Nepper, great to see you again. My friend, thank you so much for all of your support, by the way, as well. Snickerdoodle Pringles, that would be amazing, dude. I would love to see something like that. Some of the holiday variations of Pringles, I would do. That would be awesome. So yes, I agree with that, Mr. Nepper. I agree. Amazing. I can easily see that too. The base is kind of there, so I agree. Let's see. Elizabeth E. Ricard has MSG as well for the same effect, just FYI. Yes, I have no that's exactly where that's coming from me, so you already know. So, guys, before we go any further here, because we're coming up on about 10 minutes left, a little bird told me that it is the birthday tomorrow of one of my favorite moderators, 2 of my favorite peeps, currently here in the community right now who happen to be on here with Drew's Food Reviews and E. Ricard. They're both turning 21 again, which is awesome. So I thought we would take a quick little community post here, and if you guys can, we'll do a little quick singing action for you guys here. If you guys can actually put a birthday cake right over here, that would be awesome, because naturally while we do this, we want to have that festivity right there. But it is great to have you guys celebrating not just another year on the planet, but the beginning of all the better and even bigger things to come in the new year. So the goal is to always keep pushing forward and to keep doing what you can to move your agenda along and spread that positivity and the love and the happiness, and also, you know, just as we're going down the line. But, you know, I'd like to say a very happy birthday, for a happy 21st birthday yet again to each of you guys. And you're going to have some stuff coming out over here right now, just a second as it goes. So without further ado, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to E. Ricard and Drew's Food Reviews. That's really their real names, by the way. Happy birthday to you. Very happy birthday to both of you guys. Do yourself a favor, eat a big fat piece of cake. Okay, my mom always said you got to blow out a candle. You always got to blow out a candle. Freddie, tastes like chicken. Yes, it does. Even some birthday cakes, depending upon if you get one of those like chicken birthday cakes. You ever see those things on there where they look like different food products, but they're cakes? That's pretty awesome, I gotta say. Let's see here. But again, very happy birthday to both of you guys, and I'm very, like I said, appreciative of you guys just being part of the community and just being just cool people in general. I mean, that's really the best thing in the world, is to surround yourself with positive people, positive things. And I can't thank you guys enough. I know that we have, you know, a very solid community here. Sometimes we get some interesting types that like to cause trouble in the chat. Doesn't happen too often, but you guys are definitely on it. And E, for sure, I mean, you're just literally, you know, one of, you know, a driving force to just kind of moderate, and also just being part of the community. I mean, you guys may recognize E. Ricard and a lot of other streams, a lot of other content creators platforms as well. And just generally just a solid fan of what we do and how we do it, and just in general being positive and being part of a fun community. So I appreciate that. And Drew, obviously, Drew's Food Reviews, doing it big too. He's been pumping out content, you know, growing and growing and growing. That's the best possible thing you can do, is, you know, always moving forward, you know, never looking back, and keep carving out the lanes and really just rocking it out. So, you know, shout outs to both of you guys. And again, you know, happy birthday and health, happiness, and success, not just today, but every day. I mean, I know this technically is the day, you know, tomorrow will be the day. But naturally every day, you know, we should all be celebrated, and everybody should be celebrated. If you're a good person, you do right by yourself and by others, you take care of yourself and you take care of others, then there's nothing, you know, nothing but good things will follow. So shout outs to you guys. And again, you know, without getting too preachy, happy birthday, happy 21st birthday. You can drink now. That's awesome. Speaking of, that is so cool that you get to have an alcoholic beverage. Oh man, this is fun tonight, guys. I am so glad to be jumping on. It's really just like I said, this year has just been, I'm just gonna say it, it's been garbage. This year has been garbage. We all know it has been. And you know, but the thing is, there are many more sunnier days than not, and we'll all get through. Everything will be, you know, as good as it can be in due time. I know we want to have it here yesterday, but we just got to do what we have to do and be responsible and take care of ourselves, take care of each other, you know. And once you do that, everything else will be in there. And yes, Critical, I appreciate everybody sing it. Hopefully I didn't blow out and get people turned off by my awful singing voice. Anthony 2025, I've been subbed to you for a week now, and I love your content, man. Keep it up. Thank you. Tony 2025, I appreciate you. Thank you for that. Plenty of content, multiple times every single week. You've got a lot of content to look forward to always there. There's always something coming. There's stuff for the weekend. And just, you know, like I said, it's just a matter of, you know, being part of the community, which I appreciate you for doing as well. Share the content with all the peeps that you know. You guys may have noticed I've been launching at 10 a.m. Going forward. That's what I'm being told is something that I should be doing. So, and it's also for somebody, and that it's, you know, for family and stuff like that too. But it works out because it gives you guys a little bit of something there. So you'll see a social media push typically about 2 or 3 hours after the video goes live. So if you guys have been wondering, like, wow, this review is up before noon, depending upon where you are in the country, you're going to get it that much earlier, which is kind of a cool thing. So I just figured looking at my analytics and looking how things have gone and my trend rates and to see the way things are, nothing really is different at all. So I figured, you know what, might as well get it started a couple hours earlier. And for those of you guys who want to see that stuff earlier, there you go. It's going to be a little bit for you, which is a good thing. Let's see here. Cena, do you like Matthew McConaughey? Gifted actor. Absolutely. Great roles. Awesome stuff. Ed Keaton, who has the best chicken sandwich in your opinion? Popeyes I still think reigns supreme, but there are some really awesome products out there giving it a run for the money. The Church's chicken sandwich is nothing to sleep on. That one is pretty tasty. It's different, but definitely tasty. Naturally crispy, crunchy chicken as well. Those are the main ones. And eventually we'll see stuff from Mickey D's. And obviously the chicken sandwiches from BK are always pretty rock solid. As well, so I'm sure there'll be another version from them. So it's just like everyone's got one nowadays. They're kind of a dime a dozen. So we'll have to see. But definitely, I think Popeyes they still have that market. I think pretty nice right now. But there's competition is a good thing because choice is good. So I'm excited for that. Speedy Loco, what's doing, man? Thanks so much for jumping on. I always watch you. So my daughter now watches and she wants to shout out. Nice. She's 7 years old. Her name is Giselle. Giselle. Thanks so much for jumping on. I'm glad you're enjoying the content, or at least your dad is making you watch the content. And I'm glad that you like it. But Giselle, let's peep this out. I appreciate you being here right now. Thanks so much for being on. Speedy Loco, in effect. I appreciate you, man. Shout outs to you. Hope you guys are enjoying your evening. And Giselle, it's Friday night. You should be having some fun food. So hopefully I'm not corrupting any young minds here right now. But you should be having some fun food tonight. Speaking of which, if in the chat here, as we're winding this down, if you guys want to put here, what are some of the fun foods that you've had tonight? What are some of the things that you've had? Because I know In-N-Out's in my future here, so I'm curious to know what's going to be, what fun foods have you had for Friday night? If you've had any fun foods at all. I guess it should be the question. Let's see here. Going down the line. Are you going to review the Oreo Espresso shake from Sonic? No. I have no desire to check that out. And ice cream with me, that type of thing doesn't mix well. So I am not a fan. Not a fan of that. I have no desire to check that out. Drew went to Crispy Crunchy Chicken. Nice. Nice. I'm telling you, man, it's delicious stuff. Hopefully you reviewed that. Let's see here. Your good friend Jake. Ian, my friend Wally is in the armed forces. God bless. God bless to all of our troops. God bless all of our troops. And it's his birthday today. Can he get a shout out? Shout outs to absolutely. Come on. Shout outs to Wally doing his due in the armed forces, keeping us safe, fighting for freedom, fighting for America, fighting for just the decency of democracy. So thank you so much, man. Shouts out to Wally for sure. And if it's his birthday today on top of it, come on now. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Wally. Happy birthday to you. I know it's cheesy. I got to do it every time I see something like that. But shout outs to Wally, man. I appreciate it. Hopefully he's watching this right now. And it's from your good friend Jake. Stay safe wherever you are in the world. And believe me, our country owes you a debt of gratitude. And we thank you for your service, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Let's see here. Todd. Been wondering how you feel about Reuben pizza. You know what? I've done actually a pastrami pizza, which is not too far of a stretch on that one, Todd. Do a search for the Pasadena Pizza Company on my channel. Pastrami pizza. Let me know what you think of that. Let me know what you think of that. Ed Keaton. That was in the Air Force. My oldest brother was in the Marines. Nice. So you know. God bless all those who serve the way that they do. People should not take that for granted at all. It's an amazing thing, and it takes a certain individual to be able to do that. So God bless those who do, for sure. And Ed, I'm thinking of you, man. I'm thinking of you. I know today is it's a rough day. Pablo, have you ever had the M&M's McFlurry? Yes, but still the standard Oreo is always going to be the best. I really prefer that one. Let's see, Freddy Foodie King. KFC has a pretty decent chicken sandwich too. The new one, the classic, almost like Popeyes. Yes, I figured. I know they've been testing that, so that's just a matter of time, I'm sure. But they've all got to do something there. And of course, all eyes are on KFC. Naturally, they're kind of like, I think churches gave them a crapshoot, threw them for a loop by coming out the way that they did. But they did a really good job. They did a really good job. Octavio, what have you had that was a 1 out of 10? I think it was a bacon soda or some type of like ridiculous. It just wasn't good. It wasn't good. Aside from just like the crispy chicken sandwich, I think I don't think I gave it as low as a 1, but that was a drive-through review from Jack in the Box, which gets a lot of flack because it looked really horrible. But I think it was a 1. I think I gave it a 0 or 1, one of those things. It's one of my old reviews from way back in the day. But it's been a minute. It's definitely been a minute. Blue Keat, good pizza place is Comet Ping Pong in Washington. Just stay away from the basement. Totally not frosty. Good to know, Blue. Good to know. Ryan Williams, carne asada fries. Yes. And believe it or not, Del Taco has a good version of that, actually, for fast food. I have that on my channel. Del Taco's carne asada fries are pretty good. Chris C., what's up? Great to see you. What's up to you as well? Thanks so much for jumping on. Glad to be on here. Better late than never. It's all good. Have no fear. We'll be back to our normal schedule next week with an actual full-on everything review. Tonight, like I said, was kind of more of a tech test and to make sure that all the holiday stuff was ready to roll here. But I appreciate you guys for jumping on here right now. To all of the supporters of the channel, anyone who may have done anything outside like on PayPal or Streamlabs, I won't know until after the fact, but I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for the love and support. It's very important to really connect with your audience and with your people, and I look forward to this as well. And believe me, I know a lot of you guys don't want me to reply to every single comment that I get on my videos, and a lot of them I don't think are looking for an answer or looking for a reply, unless it's like a direct question. But I like to kind of see certain things, and if I see something that kind of sparks the conversation, that's when I usually do that. But I love getting onto these streams and letting you guys know, because I think it makes a difference. Because like I've always said, I can look right at that lens, look right at you guys, and just talk to you directly, no matter if you're sitting across the street, sitting across town, sitting in the next state over, even somewhere around the world, or if you're Wally over in like overseas, wherever you may be. It's important to just let you guys know that you're appreciated, and it's important to know that I wouldn't be able to do what I do without you guys. And it means the world to me to be able to do it, to create and put something out there and to have it resonate the way that it does. It's just a blast. It's just a blast to do, and it's extremely humbling because it's a powerful platform. So I think it's important for people, if you're a decent individual and you use these things in a decent way, you can do a lot of really good things for people, and it's important for that. So at the end of the day, I guess the whole synopsis of this whole thing is be decent, please. Freddy Foodie King, no more nug stealing. Drew, no more cat cutting. All right, those days are done. It stops now. I love you guys. You already know I love you guys. Let's see here. All right, Ed Keaton, I just jumped up. Hold on one second here. Ed, I'm glad the stream gave you some happiness tonight, man. Live stream is everyone here and made it a lot better, so thank you for everyone. I appreciate you. Like I said, it's community aspect. We all band together, and you gotta, we gotta lift each other up. We gotta lift each other up, and just when things are not going, as good as they can, we gotta lift each other up. DCM, what's your least favorite restaurant? Wow, you know what? I gotta say, unfortunately, today it's gonna be Chipotle because I had not the best experience with the wifey for lunch. Basically, no dressing for the salad because of something that happened. The food was tasteless. The chips that we got on the side, and we got a side of queso to go with. The queso was all right, but the chips were stale. It wasn't a good day. It doesn't happen too often, but it wasn't a good day for that. But least favorite restaurant, I don't really have a least favorite because the ones that I go to, I've been going to for so many years that they're all pretty solid, to be honest. I haven't really had any crazy experiences for that, but we'll have to see. If anything does come up that way, less than standard, I will definitely let you know. Have no fear. Let's see. Did you review the Taco Bell today from Adriana? Well, if you're talking about the new one from today, yes, it's already live right now. The black bean toasted cheddar chalupa with a small appearance by our neighborhood cat. Let's see. What was your favorite review that you've done for us? Oh, there's too many. There's too many, Dave. I got to be honest. There's too many. Guys, the thing is, the reviews that I put together usually have like a beginning, a middle, and an end, and a story. When I got about a quarter of the way into creating content, it became a little bit more of that. So I've made so many pieces of content that are story-like in a way, or they have visual effects, or they have something that kind of makes it work that I couldn't even tell you. With 1,000+ pieces of content, it's so hard to pull from that. And maybe when I do, my top 10 countdown I'm going to be doing this year is not going to be based upon just the most viewed like I have done in the past. It's going to be going with my personal favorites, my top 10 personal favorites for this year. That's what I'm going to do going forward. Some of you guys have requested that I do that, and I'm like, you know what, that makes sense, obviously, because some of the older videos that do really well are always going to overtake the newer ones, so view-wise. So it's not technically going to be the top 10 that I think you'd want to see. So we're going to go with the ones that I like, and that's what I'm going to be doing for next month at some point before the end of the year. Let's see, Mr. Nepper, I have to ask. Go for it. Let me know. I'm waiting. Let's see here. I'm going down the line. We've got a few more minutes here, guys, and we're gonna be logging off for this week. But naturally, content will keep you busy until this coming. Let's see. Ed Keaton, favorite Thanksgiving food? You know what? I love stuffing. I love stuffing with with mushrooms and all the goodies of fried onions on the inside, all that good stuff. All right. Mr. Nepper, is the fake sausage on pizza as good as the real sausage crumbles? I thought so. It's got the mouthfeel of sausage, and it's got the really nice spicing of sausage, including the seeds of some of the spices. Take a look at that review, my friend. You're going to see some detail. I had a lot of fun putting that video together. There's some great footage in that, and it really shows just the quality of what that is there. Now, hashtag unsponsored. I always got to say that. I like Beyond Meat, personally. I buy it with the wifey. We do, typically when we go to Costco, we buy like the blocks that they come in. And I prefer it, honestly. I mean, it really is pretty tasty there. Now, is it, well, I can say this. Let me just say this. The sausage is a better replacement for regular sausage than the burger is. The burger has a unique taste. It's got a similar feel like it's a burger, but it doesn't taste like a burger. It can't. I mean, there's just nothing that I've tasted that tastes exactly like it's the fake version of ground beef. There's just nothing out there like that. There's a very similar with spicing in the way that they do it, but it's not it. The sausage, though, the way that they do it is very, very close. And if not, like I said, you blindfold yourself, you couldn't tell the difference with what it is. So I got to tell you, go with it because it's good. The only downside is the price point. It's expensive for what it is. I mean, a one topping sausage here, it's like $14.99, like $1 or $2 more than what it is around the country. When you can get a 3 topping of their regular tastemaker for like $10, whatever it is, but you're not getting the premium, ingredient for what it is. So, I enjoyed it. Is it something I would get all the time? No, definitely not, because it's expensive. But it was fun to check out. I had a blast putting that video together, and definitely take a look at the footage. And you tell me if you think that doesn't look like sausage, because I can tell you it tasted like sausage. It was pretty good, I got to admit. So let's see here. Chris C. Ed Keaton and Pablo are always here on your live streams. Yes, I appreciate that. Guys, thank you so much to every single one of you guys. We've got 50+ people strong watching right now this week, and I really appreciate you guys jumping on. Pablo, I do not have any guinea pigs or hamsters. I do no pets like that. Ed Keaton, Chipotle seems overrated. You know what? I like it, but it just wasn't great. It just wasn't great today. And I got to admit, I was so bummed out too, especially when they said they didn't have the dressing to go with that. I'm like, how do you not have that? Because if somebody gets a salad bowl, tell them right away before they get it that they don't have the dressing. And what are you going to do after you make it already? That's what they did. So I was like, oh, that's not cool. At least give us a little side of guac or something to go with it, right? I mean, it is what it is. Nehemiah, thanks so much for jumping on. I appreciate you. Thank you. And we'll see you soon for sure. Go to Tacos El Galvan or King Taco. You know what? I'd love to do that. And the other place that's kind of like Las Pollos Hermanos, that's kind of a rip-off that Tacos El Galvan, Andre. That would be something to do at some point here once things kind of ease up a bit there for sure. E. Ricard, 32K special, eat Subway in the tub. I don't know about that, but I know if we get to the 50K mark, when we get there, if not more, a lot of people are saying you should do a Subway review. And you guys all know how I feel about Subway. It's one of the reasons you've never seen a review on my channel of Subway. Hell will have officially frozen over when that happens, but we'll have to see what happens with that. All right, last couple of things here before we round this one out. E. Ricard, premium in quotes. premium process for being made, I should say. But for what it is, it's tasty. It is, choice is good. Like I said, it's made for the mouthfeel and to have something that you're having that's like more meat-like in that consistency. Now, I know if you're into veggies, of course, get a pizza loaded with veggies. I'm cool with it. But for what they're selling with that, you know, it really is, it's really on point, I got to admit. Favorite chicken spot, Thomas Stepansky. Stepansky, hopefully I said that correctly there. Favorite chicken spot, I always go to Pollo. Pollo Loco is my go-to all the time here. But there's Zanku Chicken, which is really good. There's a place called Hummus Slabs here in Pasadena, which is pretty awesome as well. I had for the first time yesterday with the wifey. And that actually was pretty good. Actually, day before yesterday. That actually was really, really tasty as well. So, but in terms of fast foodie, that type of thing, I mean, I love El Pollo Loco. That's kind of like a healthier thing. But if I like to have a little treat, of course, Popeyes. You know, KFC once in a blue moon, but usually it's Popeyes. Outlaws Generation, Mike, what it do? Thanks so much for jumping on here. I was playing Friday the 13th game for Xbox One. Nice, such a scary game. I haven't gotten the PS5 or a new Xbox yet. I'm going to wait for the mid-range versions or the Pro models for that. There, I'm not falling for it like I did the last time. I want to wait for the mid-range and let them shrink a little bit. Everything right now is just an upgraded graphical polish of last gen's games. There's really nothing selling the systems right now at all, especially on the Xbox side. You know, aside from Spider-Man Miles Morales on PS5, I'm in no hurry to play that right now. The regular Spider-Man on PS4 rocks, and I'm cool. I'm cool with that. So we'll have to see for sure. Have fun on the Jungle Cruise from Pablo. Freddy Foodie King is crying. What's going on here right now? Ed Keaton, will you be watching Friday the 13th tonight? You know what? I have to watch The Mandalorian later on tonight. But you know what? Because it is before midnight, maybe I'll watch Chapter 4, the final chapter. That's my favorite one out of all of them. I love the fourth one. Supposedly the end of Jason in that one there. So I would love to. I'll probably watch that one just to kind of relive some childhood goodies there. And Mr. Nepper, you're more than welcome. You're more than welcome. I'm telling you, take a look at the that video. Like I said, it is a great freaking pizza. It's just a little on the pricey side. That's the only thing. But man, they loaded those toppings, even with the half that I got. And by the way, I won't go there with the fact that I was charged the same price, even though I got half the toppings. It is what it is. To Chick-fil-A's benefit, though, or to their, just to them, to speak to them, if you get a tomato slice taken off a chicken sandwich, they deduct like 10 or 15 cents off your bill. No lie. Try it. I mean, let me know, because they do that here, and I was like, that is so cool. I mean, if you're adding things on, you expect to be charged for it, right? But if you're taking things off, you're saving them money by doing that. So they shouldn't be charging you that way. So I appreciate it. So shout outs to them. Let's see. All right, last couple of things. E-Recard. I get that there's a market, a niche for it to me. Maybe it's more of a diss on Pizza Hut. You know what? I'm glad that they actually worked with a national pizza chain to bring something like that out. Although somebody actually just sent me a message on social media letting me know that Pyology actually had their version first, which I hadn't even seen. So if that's available, that may be something to check out, if anything there. Maybe it's something that I may have seen or just don't remember. It's been a long time. But apparently, Pyology had a variation of it, too. So we'll have to see there with that. But with that said, guys, thank you so much for jumping on tonight. If you guys enjoyed the content here, if you guys actually, you know what? If you guys like the setup, for the holiday setup here, let me see a thumbs up here in the chat. I want to make sure that you guys are okay with what you're going to see here. And yes, Ed Keaton, Jason X was garbage. Straight garbage, including the very final one, the final Jason film. That one, just not a good situation with that. But if you guys like the setup here for the holidays, maybe we'll do a different background or underneath the stuff that you see around here. We'll definitely have obviously it's all about the holiday cheer, and it's all about giving you guys some escapism from everything here. We'll have to see what's going on with that. Let's see. Why don't you read the Krispy Kreme more? You know what? Once in a while I do Krispy Kreme. The caramel donut I may do, maybe if my schedule lets up and if I can fit that in. We'll see. We'll see. It looks interesting, and salted caramel is not really my thing. Even though the wifey likes that, there may be something to check out there. So we'll have to see. But I appreciate you guys from jumping on here right now. Let me see the last couple of things. I got a lot of thumbs up coming in. Okay, you guys like the background. I'm thankful. Thank you. Ed Keaton, great stream as always. Have a great weekend. Stay frosty out there. Everyone stay safe. You do the same. Fake sausage is not Betty approved, according to Freddy Foodie King. I guess if they called it something else, right? But it tastes like sausage. It's got the spicing, so it is what it is. Todd likes the blinking lights. I had to have that on there. I contemplated not because I figured it might be too much. But honestly, I like the green and the red action. So I had that white in the middle that kind of blew everything out. So I'm going to keep it just with what you see here. And we'll keep it moving on here. You already know what it is. Kyle Broussard, is this a prompt to a stream where the stream is going to be private? Yes, this one is not an official release for this, because this was literally just my time with you right now, just to kind of make sure everything is working and sounding good. Next week going forward, if we decide to put them out, it will be that. So absolutely there. E-Ricard, salted caramel one is bomb. Cool. I'll see if I can make it on over. We've got 2 Krispy Kremes, one on either side of the areas that I live in here, which are not very close to me. So we'll have to see if I make that out over there to give that a shot. But yes, like I said, salted caramel, I'm kind of on the fence with it. It's not my favorite, but if you love it, I have no doubt. I'm sure it's got some tastiness to it there. I mean, it's Krispy Kreme. How could it not, right? How could it not? Yes, I know, Ed. It's rest in peace, Sean Connery and Alex Trebek. It's just been, 2020, like I said, has been garbage. It really has. And just when things you think can't get any worse, I don't even want to prophesize anything else going further with this right now. But let's just try and keep our head ups. Keep your content moving. If you're creating content, keep putting out, the stuff that makes you happy. And just keep doing the do for the community, and it's just like let everything else just sort itself out. That's really the best advice I can give anybody right now, is just do what you can to be as happy as you can with what you're doing. And we'll all be together, and we'll get together and have fun in these streams and do reviews and do all the fun stuff. Which, speaking of which, like I said, an impromptu review of rotisserie chicken, as my voice kind of cracks right there. But I got to admit, guys, this wasn't bad. It's just a little on the salty side. So I'm glad to have checked that one out as we get closer to Thanksgiving, for sure. But again, guys, thanks so much for jumping on here right now. Again, we'll be back next week as normal. Let me jump back on over to my portal over here to make sure I can exit out. I'll try and stay on as long as I can before it times out on YouTube. I have literally, I think it's about maybe 3 or so minutes after we end the stream here before it catches and does its thing here. But I hope you guys had a nice time tonight. I hope you guys got a little bit of escapism, and I hope I made you forget about whatever may have been going on currently for you right now. To all the people having birthdays today, and all the shout outs to all those who were able to get in there, thank you so much for doing what you do, and hopefully that brought a smile to your face. And again, to all my amazing mods here on the channel, let me just take a quick moment to thank each and every one of you guys again for doing the do. And like I said, it's all about cultivating a positive community to kind of minimize some of the things that you may see here. And I think we do a pretty okay job of that. On occasion, it may get a little crazy. But again, I appreciate you guys, exacting what you need to do to make sure things are as clean as they can be. And I appreciate that. So good time. Let's see. Going down the line here. Chrissy is asking Ed, is E&K doing this every week now? I pretty much try and do, literally, there's maybe one time a month it seems to be where it varies at some points there. But Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time is when to find it. And should you guys want to know if anything has changed or if I don't make it on a Friday, you'll always find that on my Instagram. So make sure you guys are following. You have the social media links popping up down below there with Twitter at Peep This Out. Facebook is Peep This Out. But Instagram is Peep This Out Reviews. So make sure you follow me on that one, Chris. And if anything is communicated, you'll find it on my IG story that day at some point as well. So just so you guys know. So you guys are in the know, for those of you who don't follow me already. Chris C. Okay, now he answers my question. It's all good. It's all good. My chat, like I said, is all over the place here right now. So I'm trying to, I see what I see. What you guys are seeing here, I'm seeing something different. You guys have a different, what you're seeing on the screen, I have literally just a small version of it, and I have my chat, and I'm trying to focus on the chat here. So let me jump back on over again, and we'll call it a day, because it is time to get some food right now. So guys, again, thanks so much for jumping on. We'll definitely be back for next week as always. We'll have something fun to review. And again, tonight it was all about the rotisserie chicken action as a little quickie, and also to make sure that the holiday setup was working correctly and everything is good. So any questions, any concerns, anything like that at all, definitely give me a direct message. Let me know what's going on. If I can answer some questions for you, I do my very best to get back to you as quick as I can, and we'll just go from there. So guys, shout outs to each and every one of you guys, and I will definitely talk to you guys soon. And again, guys, thank you so much for doing what you do, being here on the channel, and for being here. I appreciate it greatly. So have an amazing weekend. I will talk to you guys soon. Have you seen him? Last couple of things here. Love the toasted cheddar chalupa so much. Yes, it is an amazing situation. Check it out with black beans. It's pretty bomb. All right, guys, with that, I am out of here. Time to go to In-N-Out. Stay frosty.